I thought I knew what love was. After 20 years of marriage to David, I believed that peace and companionship were enough. But over time, something in me started to feel hollow, like I was slowly disappearing in a house full of silence. Dinner became routine. Every word felt rehearsed. I wasn't seen, not as a wife, not as a mother, and certainly not as a woman with her own dreams, emotions, and desires. Then Adrian appeared. He came into my life like warm air after a long, bitter winter. His smile, his laughter, it felt like sunlight flooding a dark room. He noticed things, the way I paused before speaking, how I twisted my wedding ring when I was anxious. It had been years since anyone saw me like that. At first, I felt guilty even talking to him. But Adrian listened in a way David hadn't in so long. And with every conversation, I felt a little more alive. I told myself I deserved happiness. I convinced myself it wasn't cheating. I was saving myself. Leaving David broke something in me. But he didn't fight. He didn't scream. He just looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "I hope he gives you what I couldn't." That sentence still echoes in my mind. My daughters, Emily and Rachel, hugged me tight. They said they just wanted me to be happy. Their support gave me the courage I thought I needed. Adrian welcomed me with open arms. His home became mine. His laughter became the rhythm of my days. He made me feel 20 again. We traveled, danced barefoot in the kitchen, kissed under the stars. I truly believed I had found my soulmate, the person I had been waiting for all my life. He made promises late at night, marriage, growing old together. I believed him. Completely. I gave him everything. My trust, my heart, even a large portion of the money I received after my divorce. He said it was for our future. I didn't question him. I thought love didn't doubt, but love should see red flags. I ignored them. The secret phone calls, the sudden disappearances, the vague explanations. I silenced a voice inside me because losing him felt scarier than facing the truth. Then came the night he didn't come home. I waited for hours, staring at the clock, praying I was wrong. When he finally walked through the door, he reeked of perfume, someone else's. I pretended to be asleep, but my heart was wide awake. The next morning, while he showered, I picked up his phone. My hands trembled as I scrolled. Dozens of messages. Sweet nothings sent to other women. Promises he once made to me, recycled and thrown to strangers. I couldn't breathe. When I confronted him, my voice barely held together. He didn't deny it. He looked at me without emotion and said, "You were convenient. That's all." Just like that, my world collapsed. I fell to the floor, sobbing like a child, and he walked away without a second glance, like I had never mattered. I left that day with nothing but a suitcase and a shattered heart. I stayed with a friend, too ashamed to face my daughters. How could I explain that the man I left their father for had used me? How could I admit I had been blind? When I finally told Emily and Rachel, they didn't yell. They didn't even look angry. Just hurt. That was worse. I had always been their rock, their shelter. Now, I was just a woman, flawed, broken, human. The weeks that followed were a blur of tears and regret. I replayed every memory, every moment, trying to see where I went wrong. But the truth was, I didn't go wrong. I just wanted to be loved so badly. I accepted lies dressed as love. By chance, I ran into David at the grocery store. He smiled softly. There was no anger, just a quiet sadness. I wanted to speak, to apologize, to ask for forgiveness. But no words came, only tears. I started therapy. I had to. The pain was too heavy to carry alone. There, I learned something important. I had been empty long before Adrian ever entered my life. I had been looking for someone else to fix me when what I truly needed was to heal myself. I found a small job, rented a modest apartment, started over slowly, piece by piece. Every morning, I reminded myself, I am worthy of love, but not at the cost of my self-worth. My daughters came back into my life, gently, without blame. One afternoon, Rachel hugged me and whispered, "I'm proud of you for coming back." That moment broke me in a different way. Not from pain, but from healing. Slow, quiet, but real. David and I speak now and then. Not as lovers. Not even as friends. Just two people who once shared a life. And that's okay. Not every story has to start over. Some just need to end with peace. I don't know if I'll ever fall in love again. But I do know this. Next time, I won't leave myself behind. Because I am enough. Even if no one else says it. I will say it to myself. I am enough.